Hi class, I want to give you some quick video feedback for your portfolios. This was to be a skeleton. There are certain things that you always want to have, and that is, of course, your copyright update. This is a really good one. We've got a LinkedIn. It's really nice in the footer, really clean here. Love that. The text is consistent. The contrast is good. Aligned, we want to bring that up a little bit to align with that. And probably media communications should be capitalized. So just some details through here. Great image. And then the gallery is nice and clean. Doesn't have to be a lot of work, but it's really clean. I don't mind that this doesn't have a template because it's cleaner than sometimes there being one, but it would be nice if there was something here, maybe a logo, a watermark of something that is consistent. You do have them really close together. So as a white box, it's fine, but it doesn't tell us what it is at all, and we might need a little something, but otherwise it's really pretty good. This doesn't look as clean as it could be. That should be an Illustrator, but that doesn't feel like it. It feels like maybe it's a screenshot or just it's blown up to such a degree. And it should be enlarged in Illustrator. We don't have a contact page. That you want to be sure to add. You do have it here, so let's just add it here as a link. Probably close that up a little if you want. And maybe a hamburger menu if you want. But this is looking really good. All right, great job. Okay, hi Evan. This is really good. I think you want to put media communications and take off student. This is where you're going to want to tell them a little bit about what you do. I think you'll want a different image eventually, not for a while. It's a good one, except the resolution's kind of low. And it might go on your About page. I think this is really great. I feel like you actually used a palette, color palette, all good. Go ahead and left align that. Maybe a period here, if we have a cap here or a comma, something like that. So just go through some of those things and look at the spelling for this, okay? You spell it correctly someplace else on your site, but not here. So let's look at that. Let's move your contact to the right, everybody. That's where it belongs. And this really needs to come up a little bit with or a really professional profile. But I think it's fine like this. But your first page needs to tell us exactly what you do. So I think we want to get into this. Put this on your home page. I'm sorry, your About page, and just put what you do here. Contact over there. Yeah, it looks great. Just put it over to the right. It's nice. We get straight into it right away. Okay, this is a little long. You probably don't need one of these words. Maybe these, telling and aesthetically pleasing, and evolutionary or something. Visual storytelling that's aesthetically pleasing and evolutionary. Maybe something like that. All right, and great. This is really good. This is what we want to see throughout the class, really, is how you've laid this out. You've got great padding around all your work. Even though this is, text over text, it's not that confusing because everything else is so lined up, so clean, really good. All right. All right. So great job. Next, Sophia, again, this should be created in Illustrator, so it's nice and clean. You see how this breaks up? But the colors, everything is great. Great image. You've done a good job, and I believe you have used the same template, but you've changed it, and that's really important for this specific template because it's very recognizable. So glad that you've done that. Consider bringing that all the way over. Let's see. and if you really want your phone number on your site. But it's looking really good. The spacing looks a little different there because you have justified it left and right. So you might play around with that just a little, but it's looking great. And again, this is laid out perfectly. And you have the roll here. This isn't playing as well with all the others because we can't really see the edge. So it's sort of floating until we do this. It's possible you could use that as your thumbnail, something like that, that would blend better with everything else rather than just the white. Good, good. All right. You might want to left align that. Just think about it. And then this. So you've done a great job and you've got a lot of your content already here. So I would focus first on cleaning this up. It'll be useful for you in Illustrator file. All right. Great job. All right, the big thing here, the biggest thing for me is the navigation. I would rather the navigation be spelt out on the top rather than what we're doing is we're coming to another link. We're clicking and we're going here, but it's not taking us there. Now we have to click again and see that we are there, but it's really hard to know without doing that. So let's make sure all of these go to your sites. Align these. This should be the same, similar. Align everything. Spacing everything. Align to the left. You probably can crop this a little bit. Left align. Go through and check the spelling. This isn't helping you. There's a lot of scrolling here. This Just tell us what you do in a much cleaner font, okay? A little less scripting for what you do. This is overlapping a lot. You want to clean that up and just take this out, the blue out, and bring this, if you want to use the crown, that's okay up here next to your name. And just say, marketing. I feel like this may not even be a font, that maybe it's handwritten. I'm not sure. Maybe it is a font, but it's just not working overlapping. I think you can see that. And then we have to take this out because of all the scrolling left align. This gets more interesting, but again, I have to click here to try and find it and then click again. Okay. So you want to work on that. Work on the alignment of everything. Same sizes and alignment. Same space between headers. Everything. Okay. You don't need this here if it's down here. And just, look at some of the others. You're going to clean it up. You've got time. Make sure you do that. All right. All right. So it's pretty much the same throughout. Context good. I'm not sure it's centered, so double check that. It's taken me a while to get through that. I don't think this is helping you. I don't think it's taking up, it says clients, but we just have this one logo, nothing about it. Let's take it out. I don't think you need it. Okay, so make sure your headers match your navigation, but put your navigation up here, okay, or here. All right. Good start. A few major changes and it's going to look 100% better. All right, same thing here. We've got this image back here for the parallax scrolling. Let's take that out and let's make this much shorter. I'm not sure this goes to your contact, goes to your about. So let's put an about page up here with your contact to the right. Here's your contact. You're going to anchor it to that. Make sure these are hooked up to you. If you're a photographer, designer, it's going to be Instagram. Let's bring this around business card so it's just that. This needs to be much sharper. Work on padding even for a thumbnail. We're cutting things off, so we can't do that. All right, so caps, right? You've got a little time to work on it, but let's take care of those things. The logo looks interesting. It's not finished. It's, needs to be a bigger circle so I can see what those are. That background image. Let's change that, preferably to something that you have. All right. All right. So some organization for sure. Everybody wants to have high-res images. Okay, nice. Perfect. Good. Good. You do have about 4 different fonts here at least. You got this one, this one, this one, this one. That might be the same, but and check your kerning or the tracking, I guess the whole thing. All right, but otherwise, looking good. Okay. And then your videos. Okay. Scrolling, but it looks good. It's aligned. This needs to be optimized. If it's not yours, put something else there. If it is yours, optimize it so it pops in quicker. I know you have some aerial. Is this yours? Okay, a little bit of space here. I would be consistent. If you're going to put it on the bottom, put it on the bottom of all of them. All right. All right, you might not need that. You might be able just to put the socials there. Okay, all right. Good job. Just a few tweaks. All right, Destiny, we still have some template here. All right, that's not you, so we need to work on that. Left align this, read through it, and let's look at those things. The blog needs to be deleted. This needs to be updated. You've got that to a 2022, which I think you are saying is your graduation. But that's a while, so probably not. We could get all these up above the scroll line, okay? And you want to get rid of all placeholder text immediately. Placeholder text and images. Just have contact here, okay? Because I have a feeling there's nothing on the blog. All right, so let's disable the blog and just put contact up here. No, instead of more, less clicking. All right, just your contact. All right, so you're going to need some work to put in here that you just need to align it, okay? All right. Make sure your LinkedIn goes to you and an Instagram for you. All right, Samantha, let's change this template a little bit. All right, you can see it's been used before, but when we recognize this one, it's just really easy to look like a cookie cutter. So you've got some content in here, and that's terrific. Just go in and, you know, either make these squares with a different color, take it out, make it a larger header. Make this smaller. I would start with something like this. Yeah, I would start with that one. All right. Okay. And coloring, try and just choose 2 colors, black and another color, white and a color. If you want it to be this color, then do that. All right. Okay. A little darker. All right. Great start. Get these 2-year socials and make sure you only have those in one place. All right. Update this, Samantha. Okay. All right. Same thing. Let's make this. It's good you've got what you're doing right here. I love that. Good photo. But let's readdress this template. All right. The colors. Yeah, this one we don't really have anything till we get down here. So let's not have this here. And this I think should just be on your contact page. These I feel like they should be links to something, and probably earlier we should have your actual services here with, you know, just a few examples is going to be important. Skills, that's good. Put Adobe because they're going to search for that, so that's great. All right, and so let's make these all the same size as best you can. All right, and I would consider breaking that up a little bit with a little padding. I know it's one piece. Little padding around everything. Good padding. It's a different size and color palette. Yeah, so you've got some tweaks. Put the contact up here without saying more. Just one link. All right. Choose a color and put that throughout. You know, this box and this box. All right, going throughout. All right, good start. All right, I like this image that you've put back here. The W is being lost. I don't know if you can put a slight, very slight drop shadow that might help it. The image is good. This needs to be updated. It's very noticeable that it's a stock, but this is good and clean. Left align and take this off. We don't have permission to use that. Okay. Kind of change looks here, so make sure that your headers are the same. Reduce these down. This is way too big, right? And we're looking at this actual size. All right. So we want to work on that. Good. I think the contrast should be stronger here, and this is not your address, all right? So you can take your address off and put your social media links. That would be fine, all right? All right. Okay, let's clean up your logo. Looks great. All of this is good. Let's change the word aspiring and or inspires because they're just so close. Let's just change those a little. I believe media communications is caps. And your plan, you could say, okay. I'm not sure you can put this on here yet, unless you don't plan on launching your site for 2 years. Or for, yeah, because that would be misleading. So let's take that off for now. It's great to have as a goal, and I can't wait for you to get in the program. Okay, good, good. Let's disable this because we don't have anything here. This is really good, but let's do everything like this. So I think you could have this, this, and this, the same ratios, the same height, with the same spacing, and this underneath it, and then this and this on one with another division like that, like you have it here. Okay, this I think could be better aligned, all right? Better aligned. Okay, but it's good. It's good. Looks good. You know, very happy with where it is. A few tweaks, that's it. Illustrator. Okay. All right. This is hard to read, and when I look at it, I think it's backwards. I like it, but it's hard to read. Is there any way we can modify it to where it's not so backwards and upside down? Okay, take a look at that. Obviously, all the placeholders have to leave. This is good. I like the way you've established it. You have some in bold and some not in bold, so make sure that those are distinct. Maybe that needs to be smaller, so that these stand out as a header of some sort. I want you to look at your, okay, left align. This is appears to be placeholder text, so we want to get rid of that. Okay, I like where you have your process and this. Okay, that's taking you to the top. You probably want to put that link to your contact. here. That would have been last March, so update that. And what you guys are getting is a Bachelor of Science, just to let you know. Your blog, I think you want to disable that for now, okay? Focus on an about and a work. All right, and that goes to you. That's great. Okay, make sure you carry this over in your brands to your social media, but it just needs a little more work to be legible, okay? So I can see who you are. I know who you are, but I would not know, okay? All right. All right. Great job, everybody. I'm looking forward to having you next year where I can, work with you more closely on these and keep everything in mind. Watch everybody's videos, all right? Have a great week.